What is up, beautiful people? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the very first Max Reacts. And what are we going to react to? ScrewAttack and Death Battle. I'm a fan of their content. I'm a fan of that show. Been watching it for a minute. So we got Naruto versus Ichigo. My money's on Naruto. I'm a fan of the anime. I'm familiar with Ichigo and Bleach. I'm a little bit biased. That's me. My money's on Naruto. I'm waiting on Wiz and Boomstick to give us the ups, downs, lefts, rights of how these guys operate. So, without further ado, let's get this party started, yo. Popcorn.
The Holy Shonen Trinity. The Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki,
My
ninja
man.
prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
What's up,
And
fellas?
it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay, sprites. I was hoping for 3D
Konoha, the
models,
village
but
hidden in the leaves, is
it's
a
cool.
pretty quiet town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The #1 knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but
Wind
he
style,
had great
same.
aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is, an airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you ran like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure, Wiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are,
Hey, the
in
chakras
simplistic
are
terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a few new ones of his own.
he fought it.
His signature move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Kagebushi no
He
Jutsu.
placed himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, Shadow Clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day,
Yeah,
he can
man,
always
the
just
Shadow
beat
Clones.
his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand, Naruto creates a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more
man.
Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented candies. But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even transform into a naked woman.
Yeah,
Ho
man.
ho ho! Looks like
Hey.
he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need to worry
Hey.
about anyone walking in on you.
While most individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he
Nice
has
side
far
note. I
more
like
than
the
he
way you guys
reasonably
are doing
should,
that.
all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Well, let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
So his first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Right?
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
I mean, like, I don't know what all Ichigo is bringing to the table, but I've seen the anime, I've seen Shippuden.
Sounds like something he learned from an old wise man or wizard.
They kick ass, man.
Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state increases all of Naruto's physical abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine Tails chakra mode. Flame on! It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama chakra mode.
Chakra mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was... creepy tiny head!
He can also shroud himself in a nine-tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive, it can level a mountain range.
And for his final form, it's spoiler time. Pay attention, cause, yeah. All of this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later, she got all murder happy, so her son stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is the reincarnation of him. So yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection, Naruto was gifted the most divine form of energy, Six Paths Chakra. With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage Mode.
His strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode.
That's a lot to say.
Confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the Fourth Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the Fourth Data Book, this Light Fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
My man
He's
Naruto.
tough enough to survive getting stabbed, have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
I missed that movie. Gonna have to watch it. Why'd you do that to the
He's
moon,
fought
though?
multiple tailed beasts at once, lifted a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough, he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they
It burns
other
everything,
flames.
He
and
even
it
made
doesn't
new
stop
eyeballs
burning.
for blind people. What's up with that?
My
And
man.
in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their
Why
opposing
y'all do
power
that?
was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he
on,
named
bro.
his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
Burrito.
close enough.
I'm not gonna run away. I never go back on my word.
Believe it.
That's my ninja! My ninja way!
That's my man right there. This is my guy.
Shinigami.
Okay, let's see what's up
It
with
may
Ichigo.
sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is. The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years old and walking home
Bruce
with his
Willis
mother,
was dead
young
at the end
Ichigo
of that.
noticed what
I
he
mean-
thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
I don't even think we're in
He ran
spoiler
over to
territory
rescue her
anymore.
like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul.
Oh, yeah.
And it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer.
Mommy!
Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama boomstick. Oh, she
It
always
hurts.
sees that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper. A guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by
Nice.
helping those who have passed.
Yeah,
move
I'm
on to
really
the
glad you
afterlife.
guys added those
Otherwise,
little
they'd turn into
side
violent
notes where
hollows.
it's just like
And if you show a place to
information.
work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of Reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically
Got
present.
you.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring Reishi as foot.
Well, Naruto can
But
fly.
let's get to the dicey part of his
Just
getup.
saying.
That awesome
Y'all just
sword.
spit out some
It's a
popcorn. I
Zanpakuto,
did.
a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called
This is the
Sengetsu.
music for the show. This is
Both
my
of them.
jam.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo actually has two different Zanpakuto spirits drawn from his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But
Okay.
he's also part Quincy, which is a human with Reishi powers, because that's what his mom was.
Okay.
But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of
Okay.
Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides,
Gotcha.
Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword
Mere
beam,
presence.
and Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast two of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
Over the course of his career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many, many different superpowered forms, starting with the base
Okay.
Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an
Bankai.
attack from the Sokyoku,
We'll
said
see
to
what
have
that's
power
about.
equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally
Okay.
it takes 10 years
Finding
to
out
reach
right
this
now.
form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the official databook, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a spoopy hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ulquiorra, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so freaking big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face. No. I meant the bomb from 1945.
I know what he did. You wrote that, yeah.
Try as those little boys might. All it did to Ichigo was burn his arm. And he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
I get it.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
Which busted up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later, he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities. But then he lost those two.
It's worth noting that while in Fullbringer Shikai,
did they
his
fall out
normal
his
sword
pocket?
swings were as strong as his old Getsuga Tensho.
But he still didn't give up. After training with some top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but 2 Zangetsu swords.
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks, the Gran Rei Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named... Ewok?
Yeah.
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp ka sound, so... Yowak?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, we can assume this Bankai worked similar to his old ones, increasing its physical speed and strength along with his Reiatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after.
Okay.
Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name him? Ichigo?
What? No, it's Kazui.
I might have got it mixed up with the other, enchilada.
I see what he
whatever.
did. I see what you did.
Now I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
Let's see how this goes.
Alright, the combatants are
Again,
set. Let's end this
My
debate
money's
once
on
and
my
for
man
all.
But
Naruto.
first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named after food? Maybe you can find them in your next box from Blue Apron. Grandpappy Boomstick always said that nothing in life is better than good food and making something with your own 2 hands. And Blue Apron is both those things combined.
Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service.
Does that mean I'm endorsing
All
them?
ingredients arrive right to your door,
care.
guaranteed fresh and ready to cook.
It's better than eating fast food, plus it's affordable. Blue Apron is less than $10 per person per meal.
Choose from a variety of recipes and get the meals that sound good to you. The ingredients are
I'm gonna have to do
perfect
it,
and the instructions
okay?
are easy to follow.
'Cause-
I mean, even Boomstick can do it.
Every time I do a Max React, I don't plan on eating popcorn.
Well, then I'll make the
We may
crispy
make
wild
something
apple and mashed potatoes
via
with
Blue
roasted
Apron.
broccoli and tartar sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety, don't bother. Recipes are not repeated within the year, so you'll never get bored.
What?
Check out this week's
But what if
menu
I
and
like
get $30
something
off
a
your
lot
first
and I
order
want
with
it
free
again?
shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle.
You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait.
That's blueapron.com/battle.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
That's my man, Boomstick. Let's do it.
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
He gonna whoop your ass. Come on, Naruto. Let's do it, bro.
Whoa, he's invisible!
You can't see me? Good.
Quit running, coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
Take a left.
You're dead!
Yeah.
I see you.
He is broke.
Bring it on! Jetsuya!
Okay, they pulled out their powers real early. That's a whole bunch of Naruto's. Got on YouTube. Aw.
Yo,
Which
not
form
bad.
was this
I'm
again?
still gonna beat your ass. Give me a freaking break.
There he is. Kurama's got his back.
Is that the best you can do?
Which form is this?
Mugetsu.
Is this the super powerful one before he went super powerful again? Yeah. Hidden in the leaves, what you gonna do, buddy? Really? He got a stick, really? LB's ball?
Bastard!
Phew, who was that guy?
My man.
Even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but
He had a
unfortunately,
stick.
this wasn't it.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
There you go,
Also
man.
keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can
Naruto
dodge
got
light speed attacks and can
all
move
of the
faster than
chakra.
lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about
Wow.
1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also also displayed lightning-fast speed, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibe, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibe's.
Good job,
With that,
ScrewAttack.
we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Okay.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of
Gotta
times
love
5.
anime boobs.
However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's
Math.
forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiora states his new form
Hell,
can
the
destroy
explanation
city
of
Los
how he
Luches in the
lost
hollow
is
world of Quaikomundo.
like longer
Like
than the
Mexican
fight.
hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California.
So what, I
and
dance?
destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So, plug that into the formula, and there you have it. Ichigo's Ryatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level
lot.
is much easier to figure out.
His
That's a
chakra
lot.
was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT. 40 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had to be over 27 trillion megatons. This
That's too many
Naruto
zeros.
can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka Planet Busters? Don't they scale to
Waka Waka.
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting
My man
attack
Boomstick.
required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick. If one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
My
The
man.
winner is Naruto Uzumaki.
That's my guy right there.
Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle.
And if you want to watch exclusive commentary on this episode, click that little box over there and start a first.
Or you can just watch this episode of Max Reacts yet again. Beautiful people, it's been awesome. This was my first reaction, and hold on. Yeah. Beautiful people, thank you for being here. This is the first Max Reacts. Let's stop that right there. This was the first Max Reacts. So glad you were here. So glad I was here. So glad Naruto won. Listen, if I put money on that, I'll be doubling up right now. With all that being done, all that being said, enjoy the rest of your day and catch you next time.